right, and for our last question today, we have Jesse walks his dog 3/4 mile every day. How many miles will he have walked in 5 days? So I'm thinking in my head, who's in the problem? Jesse. What's Jesse doing? Walking the dog. He's doing something every single day. And it's the same. And he's doing it for 5 days. So as I look at my picture, which sometimes is the hardest thing to decipher when we're trying to figure out, well, what is somebody else doing with this picture? I see 5 individual pictures. So I know that this must be the days that we're talking about. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. And on day 1, he walked 3/4 of a mile. Day 2, we walked 3/4 of a mile. Day 3, we walked 3/4 of a mile. Day 4, 3/4 of a mile. And day 5. Which means that we have equal pieces being repeated. So I would call this joining equal sets, which is multiplication. And that looks like having 5 groups of 3/4 each. And so if I set this up equation style, I can say 5 times 3/4. I know that this looks a little unbalanced, so I want to put a number 1 underneath our whole number 5. That doesn't change the value, but it does help me with my multiplication process. So we can say numerator times numerator, which is 15. And 1 times 4 is 4. And so I get an improper fraction. And when I get an improper fraction, I can't leave it like that. So there's a couple of things you can do. You can divide this out in your head, or for those of you who would like to write it down on paper, it's 15 is your dividend, and 4 is your divisor. You're dividing it by 4. So how many groups of 4 are in the number 15? Well, there are 3 whole groups. 3 groups of 4 is 12. And 15 minus 12 is 3. So with that remainder amount, remember we can make a fraction. We can say 3 is left over and 4 makes the total. So an equivalent to 15/4 is 3 3/4. And I have to go back over here to make sure that I have everything looking just like my model. All right. So when we have equal sets, our picture looks the same over and over again. 5 groups of 3/4 will give me a total of 3 3/4.